What's up? COG Bronc Nuts 719 West. So, haven't made a video in a few days because, tell you the truth, I've just been recovering from this hunting trip. That was hard on me. It wore me out, hurt my lower body and back like you can't believe. So, it took me a couple of days just to get the soreness out. Last week when we played the Patriots, I was fortunate enough to actually get to watch the game with ex-Denver Bronco, Jim Jensen, number 30. I think his last year in the NFL with us was 1982. Played for the Cowboys, Broncos, and Packers. And Jim's in my hunting group that I hunt with. He's a heck of a nice guy. He's crazy. He's a cool dude. But interesting to get his perspective on the Broncos and the coaching situation and what he thought was going on. He's in some of the inner circles of what's going on with the Broncos organization. You know, he's as frustrated as I am. I mean, watching that game against New England was just disgusting once again. I mean, luckily I was actually out doing something I really enjoyed doing, and it could take my mind off of how bad the Broncos looked, especially once again on special teams 2 weeks in a row. And, and then this week, Isaiah McKenzie, who fumbled his second punt, fumbled one against Kansas City, also fumbled that opening drive one there against New England, has lost his job. Matter of fact, he lost his uniform. University of Georgia sold us a lemon. Because there's no doubt in my mind Isaiah McKenzie's a fast guy. I mean, his nickname was the human joystick. But the number one thing you have to do if you're going to be a punt returner is catch the dang ball, Isaiah McKenzie, and not catch it on the 2-yard line. Not hesitate to bring it out of the end zone. I mean, guy lost his uniform. He's on the sidelines on the inactive roster, and that's exactly where you need to be and where you should be. So we're going to have sunshine. Jordan Taylor, 87. Probably one of the slowest white dudes you ever seen. Got good hands, backup wide receiver. I imagine him to be taking a lot of knees in the end zone, and let's just start the ball on the 25 and see what we can do. This week against the Bengals, I mean, I don't really have any hate towards the Bengals. I know, shout out to A-Train. I know you aren't making videos anymore, but, Bengals are a similar situation to the Broncos. I mean, they got discrepancies at coaching. They're not, they were expected to be a little bit better of a team and have a little bit better of a record than what they've had so far this year. AJ Green, he's still really their best player, and they're having some struggles at quarterback, some struggles at offensive line. I mean, they're going along with a lot of the same things the Broncos are. This is a game where we get back on track. I mean, we get a win here. It's going to be in Denver, and there's no reason this Cincinnati Bengals team should come into Denver and beat the Broncos. I mean, we're not playing well. And we're making a lot of mistakes, but we're a better football team than the Bengals are. And this is a game the Broncos have to win. And not have to win because it's going to matter in our season and matter whether we're not going to make the playoffs. So whether we win or lose this game, it really is irrelevant. But I play to win every game, and I want us to go out and compete and win every single football game we play, in, no matter who it's against. And you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And so hopefully Broncos are able to get this job done tomorrow. As far as quarterback, I think for me, Brock would still be the starter, but eventually I think that, we got to get Paxton Lynch in the game, and we got to see what this kid's really got, over a body of 5 or 6 games of work. Otherwise, we're in limbo, not knowing what to do going into the draft and free agency next year into training camp. So, this is a rebuilding year for the Broncos. All, great teams, especially teams that win the Super Bowl, they go through this. Unless you got one of the greatest of all time like Tom Brady, and they got New England. I mean, as soon as Brady is done, you'll see that franchise spiral down the tubes. But I look for the Broncos to get back on track. You never know. Anything can happen in the NFL, but sure doesn't look good for us to do much damage in anything this year. AFC West looks like so far it's going to be the Chiefs, although don't be surprised to see the Raiders get things together and give the Chiefs a run for their money going into the back half of the season. This is the OG Bronc Nuts 719 West. I'll be back after the game for sure and be more on the reg with these videos now that hunting season's over here. I'm out.